This video is protected under the 1976 Fair Use Act, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787, Title 18, 8 U.S.C. 1, 3, 2, 4, the Treaty of Madrid 1880, UCC 1-308, and Article 6 of the Constitution of the United States of America Corporation Company.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
Welcome to a special edition of the Doo Hickey.
We wanted to show you a tribute to the best performances on this show. And today we are showing the best of GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
He's the Beezo Clown that files FOIA requests.
Doesn't he have a YouTube channel of his own?
Yes. His channel is Audit Them. The one that encourages you to audit them. Hi, this is Meows USA. I thought now would be a good time to introduce a new character to the Doo Hickey series. He is a frauditor similar to Glenda, Princess Pattycakes, also known as Bobby Hill, and Chili de Castro. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, GoatBoy, wearing his so-called Uniform 3.0.
Hello everyone, here is your favorite auditor from the Audit Them YouTube channel. The YouTube channel that encourages you to audit them. I am in the city of Montpelier, Vermont. This is the first time that I am visiting. I do have my clipboard. Inspecting public records, regardless of physical form or characteristic. Going to the third floor. I'll talk to the lady at the desk. She has not engaged me yet for any FOIA requests or similar. Hello.
How can I help you?
I need to go to the clerk's office.
The clerk's office is closed today from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Closed at 2 p.m.?
They have a departmental meeting and they are closed weekly at this time.
For a departmental meeting?
Why do you specifically need to go to the clerk's office just now?
How late is the clerk's office open until today?
From 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
I'm in a time bind today, and I don't know if I can come back tomorrow, because I have other places to go.
Let me call someone in the office, maybe they can help you.
Do you have some business cards?
If you can tell me what you need, I might be able to hand them to you.
Those business cards should be available to pick from the counter. Hello, sir. How can I help you? Are you the sworn city clerk? I don't think so. In any case, I need to file a Chapter 119 request. Why would you need a Chapter 119 request? Who is your public record custodian? That would be the clerk. I would like to go to the clerk's office to request the Chapter 119 information. I would like to inspect the public records on the wall. Take a seat and I will see what information that I can give you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Victoria.
Hello, how's it going?
Very well, thank you.
Are you the clerk?
I'm the assistant clerk. I'm more than happy to help you. What would you need today?
I need to file a Chapter 119 request.
Okay.
I want to inspect the public records that you have readily available in the clerk's office.
What kind of records would you like?
Whatever records you have on the wall.
How about the state of Vermont legal documents for employee rights? E-Verify. Drug-free workplace.
Wow! Look at the state minimum wage for Vermont. $13.20. That's almost twice the federal minimum wage and the New Hampshire state minimum wage of $7.25.
I'm not sure what purpose this serves, but I can get you a hard copy of that.
GoatBoy was able to get most of the information he was looking for, so he left the building and went to order himself some Little Caesars pizza and wash it down with a few Coronas. The strange thing is, Half of the staff is transparent. The other half act like a bunch of bleep heads. That is what the mentally challenged trolls don't see. The trolls are restricting the freedoms of their grandchildren. Okay, time for some Little Caesars pizza and Coronas.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
That chick over there is checking out my diesel.
What are you talking about? Why would I be interested in your diesel?
Not working in the public interest. Disorderly conduct. Regardless of form or characteristic.
My boyfriend will be back any minute, and he will not like to see a goat hitting on me.
But ma'am, is there some reason that you would be dishonoring my oral FOIA request?
Your FOIA request is denied.
Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic.
Who was that goat person I saw?
The goat person from the Audit Them YouTube channel. The channel that encourages people to audit them.
He needs to be banned from this establishment, regardless of form or characteristic.
Exactly.
He makes those stupid FOIA requests and wastes paper. Can't he get a real job?
Probably he could.
I guess we will never know.
Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic. There are still FOIA requests to be made before the holidays can officially begin. This is your favorite auditor, Audit Them, the YouTube channel that encourages you to audit them, regardless of form or characteristic. Lord, I am Lord. What, in the Doo Hickey, did I just see a Lord impersonator? Lord is Lord, regardless of form or characteristic. Yeah, I am Lord. This is your favorite auditor, Audit Them, the channel that encourages you to audit them, regardless of form or characteristic. I am at the Strawman Corporational Company coffee shop to make a FOIA request, particularly their operating budget of dairy product purchases.
Welcome to the Strawman Corporational Company coffee shop. What can I order for you?
Good afternoon, sir. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
My name is Barry.
Well, Barry, I am here to make a FOIA request.
I don't think we serve FOIA here. This is a coffee shop.
Yes, of course. Barry, could I possibly request the publicly available copies of your purchases of whole milk, low-fat milk, skim milk, and half?
I can maybe get today's sales if you're interested. But why do you need to know that information? We have been paying our vendors' bills on time and in full. I need to know your name and the company you work for. We cannot give our records out to just anyone.
Barry, neither my name nor the company I represent matter.
We don't have anything back-ordered. So far the vendor has been sending us items with a satisfactorily long expiration date, so we have not needed to ask for a credit on anything in the past few months.
Are you working in the public interest?
Anyone with a pulse, can breathe there, and is not allergic to caffeine, can come in here, but this shop is not owned, operated by or contracting for the government.
I think you're being an unspecified cessor and a Beezo Clown.
Do you really need to speak to me this way?
Displaying disorderly conduct and not working in the public interest. Sir?
If you need to make a FOIA request, you will have to do it online. We have social media pages, and you should be able to write to us even with a social media application.
I am not online, so I cannot make the FOIA request that way.
I do not want to kick you out, but I will if I have to.
I will be back to make another FOIA request, regardless of form or characteristic. Lord, I am Lord. Yeah, I am Lord. I am going to start selling paperwork. Maybe I need to do that. I am going to sell you paperwork. I am going to start selling paperwork. Maybe that would work. Do you think that works? I might even drop the title Bay from my appellation. dropping the bay title from your appellation?
I still might.
Why, in the DooHickey, would you want to drop your bay title of your appellation? Don't you want to still have Mormish nationality? My nationality is Mormish, regardless of form or characteristic.
I need it quiet. Quiet so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID. And now for an unspecified specifying Beezo Clown. This time, he is at the Cook County Law Department. This is your favorite auditor. Audit them. The one that encourages you to audit them, regardless of form or characteristics.
Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Hello, I am here to make a FOIA request. Are you the FOIA officer?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I am here to pick up some paperwork for Section 9B, copies of notices of denied FOIA requests. Copies of denied FOIA requests shall be retained by all public bodies, in a single central office, in a file that is open to the public, regardless of form or characteristic. I would like to see those now.
You'll have to make a separate request.
Does it have a description?
No description was put on the FOIA request, hence it doesn't have one, beyond the heading of each document.
Doesn't have a description?
Description of what?
My requests.
Look through the documents and let me know what is missing.
Okay. Section 4 requires records to be prominently displayed. Can you guide me to where these records are?
The records you are asking about are available online.
Section 4 requires such records to be prominently displayed.
If you want to speak to someone from legal, you should be able to.
But you're the FOIA officer.
I will get legal to help you understand what is missing from the documentation.
Good afternoon. I believe you wanted to speak to legal about FOIA documentation.
Yes, ma'am. Do you see the wall where the pages in yellow are? That is where the records I have are supposed to be prominently displayed, ma'am.
Is that right?
Section 4 requires records to be prominently displayed by each public body, always available for inspection at the public's request.
Since when is this a requirement? Why should it be displayed where you think it's supposed to be displayed?
Section 4 does not specifically say where it should be displayed, but that it should be displayed where most easily visible.
Did you make a FOIA request?
I did make a request.
Did you receive a response that gave you the information that you requested?
I'm here to file an additional request today. I did receive a response to the request I made earlier.
Are you recording this conversation?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you recording?
For transparency and accountability.
We have signs in this office saying not to use cell phones. That includes taking photos and video.
These records at the bottom also say that a public body that maintains a website shall also post the information physically at the public body in addition. Right now, you are not in compliance. Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, if you do not comply with the Section 4 requirements, I will file a formal complaint.
All the information is available on the website. There is no need to post a physical copy of the same. If you have an issue with this, take it up with another party.
All of it is supposed to be prominently displayed, ma'am. I'm going to mark on my clipboard that the Section 4 information and operating budget are not prominently displayed.
Okay.
I'm going to file a complaint with the Attorney General's office and other agencies. I only want the FOIA officer to do the right thing and display records according to Section 4.
We are not required to prominently display those records. If you still have an issue with that, please take it up with whomever you want to take it up with. All the FOIA information is available on our website. Have you ever heard of the Paperwork Reduction Act? That precludes us from prominently displaying all the information that you mentioned about Section 4.
May I ask for a block diagram of the functional subdivisions of this office?
Now you are getting on my nerves. And if you don't stop recording, I will call security.
It's the American right to record, for accountability and transparency.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
If you do not stop recording, I will call security, and they will remove you from this building. Regardless of form or characteristic. You have no right to frighten and harass my staff.
Whom have I threatened or harassed?
It sounds like you were doing that to everyone.
You're defaming me.
I wasn't defaming you.
There is still the issue of Section 9B. All denied FOIA requests shall be prominently displayed in a file open to the public, regardless of form or characteristic.
All you're doing is looking for things to sue us for.
You are violating the United States Constitution. Cook County Law Department tyrants were giving me the runaround. Being a bunch of sussers, bootlickers, and Beezo clowns. Oh well, it is time to go to Little Caesars for some pizza, and then some Coronas. Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic.
And now for a babbling buffoon of a bird brain, regardless of form or characteristic.
Hey everyone, this is your favorite auditor. Audit them. The one that encourages you to audit them. Regardless of form or characteristic. I'm going to make some FOIA requests. There are so many people who are sussers, bootlickers, and Beezo clowns. Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic. Hello, how can I help you? I'm here to make a FOIA request. I need to inspect the archives of the City Hall. Who are you, and for which company are you making these requests for? The Freedom of Information Act of Illinois? Okay. Are the archives open today? Yes. Are you recording? Yes, for transparency and accountability. Please stop recording. We have sensitive data and we cannot allow it to be recorded by outside parties. FOIA requires Article 9 of the state constitution information to be open to the public.
No, it doesn't.
And who might you be?
I'm the mayor of this town.
Sir, are the archives readily available to the public?
No.
According to state statutes, it is. Do you have Freedom of Information Act forms?
There. Are you happy now? You also can't record in the City Hall. Not without my permission.
Are you referring to a specific law or statute?
Our police chief is also a FOIA officer, and he would like to speak with you.
I'm not demanding stuff.
I'm telling you, you cannot record me without my permission.
We'll verify with the police chief. This is a public building. I can film in here for the purpose of transparency and accountability.
No more recording until the police chief comes. Thanks for coming, officer. This goat person is still filming without my permission. He's shoving his camera in my face.
It's not in your face. I'm standing at least 6 feet away from you.
Do you need access to FOIA?
What's your name and your badge number?
Come on outside. We need to speak.
Am I being detained?
Do you have to have that kind of attitude?
Sir, I'm here to conduct business. The mayor and the police chief were a bunch of sussers, bootlickers, and Beezo clowns. Would not open their archives to the public. Oh well. It's time for some Little Caesars pizza and a few bottles of Corona. That lady near the bar is staring at my diesel. I think she's interested in my transmission.
Babbling buffoon of a bird brain. I only allow him here because he gives me a reason to order Corona.
This is your favorite auditor. Audit them. The one who encourages you to audit them, regardless of form or characteristic. Some of these government buildings I visit, when I make my FOIA requests, do not prominently display the bathroom when I have to do number ones. Why can't they be prominently displayed? It's annoying for me to have to explain what prominently means.
Meanwhile, in Chicago, Illinois, GoatBoy is plotting to take down YouTube channels. Channels run by sussers and Beezo clowns.
Here's what I've been saying. I'm going to tackle the big channels. I'm going to have the channels removed. I'm going to need assistance from additional auditors. Why? Because these bootlicker channels steal other people's content. They can call it fair use, but they know that it's not. You can have bootlickers' channels removed because they're based off of theft of other auditors' work.
광명성 3호 2호기 위성 발사 성공. 12월 10일 평안북도 철산군 소위 위성 발사장에서
I need it quiet. Quiet so that I can hear my ID.
You don't need to hear your ID. Are you okay in there, sir?
I'm probably gonna need some more toilet paper.
Sir, yes, sir. Talk about a bootlicker. Regardless of form or characteristic. I'm going to do an audit of Christi Corpus, Texas, regardless of form or characteristic.
Is there such a place called Christi Corpus?
Sir? Sir? Sir?
And now for assessing Beezo Clown, regardless of form or characteristic.
Moving forward, regardless of form or characteristic. This is your favorite auditor. Audit them, the one who encourages you to audit them. I'm making a FOIA request, regardless of form or characteristic.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
Can I help you?
I'm just doing a documentary.
Don't you see the sign that prohibits the use of potato cameras?
I don't see any sign prohibiting potato cameras. I am filming a news story, and that is protected under the Constitution.
We have confidential information, and we don't want any of it getting out to the public. Everyone has a right to privacy.
My filming is still protected under the Constitution, regardless of form or characteristic. In case you were wondering, I was in line waiting for the results of some FOIA requests that I had put in, especially for the water usage.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
I'm here in the Burnham, Illinois City Hall to make a FOIA request for the water atlas for the city of Burnham, regardless of form or characteristic. I'm here to conduct official business. I'm here to make sure that the City Hall of Burnham is conducting business in the public interest. I'm also making sure that all required information is being prominently displayed, especially the City Hall's block diagrams, which always must be prominently displayed. Otherwise, I will report the Burnham City Hall to the State Attorney General's office for being out of compliance.
Hello, how can I help you?
Good morning. With whom am I speaking with?
My name is Jessica.
Well, Jessica, I am here to make a FOIA request.
Are you filming in here? I am not okay with you filming in here.
I'm filming for the purpose of accountability and transparency. I'm making sure that the Burnham City Hall is working in the public interest and in complete FOIA compliance.
What did you need to file a FOIA request on?
I need to see the block diagram of the City Hall, and I need the water atlas for Burnham, Illinois.
Can't you make a request online?
Ma'am, the information I need is supposed to be already prominently displayed. And if it is not, I will have to put on my clipboard that you are not in compliance.
Compliant? With what?
Ma'am, the state of Illinois has statutes and ordinances which must be complied with. Ma'am. 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 Ma'am.
Maybe if you weren't so condescending, I would be more willing to help you.
You're not in FOIA compliance. Ma'am.
If you don't stop being a nuisance, I will have to call security down here. You don't want that, do you?
If you give me some FOIA request forms, I can put in my request.
Very well. If it will get you to stop harassing the staff. Here you go. It may take a week to have everything available.
All the information that I am requested needs to be already prominently displayed.
City Hall has other things to do. Have a nice day. GoatBoy put in his FOIA request forms and left the Burnham City Hall. He was not happy that the water atlas was not prominently displayed, so he had to mark on his clipboard that the Burnham City Hall was not in FOIA compliance, the block diagram was not prominently displayed, and was not working in the public interest.
It is unknown if the Burnham City Hall was actually reported to the Illinois State Attorney General's office.
The Burnham City Hall is full of unspecified specifiers, bootlickers, and cessors. They won't take the time to print out hard copies of their water atlas, or even print out the block diagram of City Hall. Wait until the state attorney general hears about this. Oh well. It's time for some Little Caesars pizza and a few bottles of Corona.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown. GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
This is your favorite auditor. Audit them. The one that encourages you to audit them. Right now I am in Riverdale, Illinois, looking at the City Hall archives and making sure that the Riverdale City Hall is working in the public interest and is in full FOIA compliance. I am making sure that all the FOIA statutes and ordinances are complied with. I'm marking down which ones are and which ones are not on my clipboard. I'm filming to make sure that there is transparency and accountability. I also want to be sure that the employees are cordial and compliant, and not belligerent and cessing. I need to make sure that public records are prominently displayed. It is mandatory for FOIA records to be prominently displayed, and the staff to not be belligerent.
Hello, can I help you?
Good afternoon. With whom am I speaking?
My name is Carla. What is your name?
You can call me sir. I'll tell you my name as soon as I finish giving you my oral request. Carla, I need to make a FOIA request of the Water Atlas of Riverdale, Illinois. I also need to make a FOIA request of the town's operating budget.
Could you please stop filming? It is not allowed here.
Ma'am, I am recording to make sure that the Riverdale City Hall and its respective archives are working in the public interest and with transparency and accountability.
You don't need to film in here. If you ask for my supervisor, then she will also say the same thing.
Is there some reason that you are being belligerent? Why do you need to be so belligerent?
If you are going to be a nuisance, I may as well call security.
I need to make a FOIA request for the Water Atlas and the town's operating budget.
If you want to make a FOIA request, you will need to fill out the proper FOIA forms. We cannot take oral FOIA requests, per town hall policy.
That's wrong. State statute says town hall may take down an oral FOIA request.
That does not mean that we are required to actually take oral requests that way.
FOIA ordinance requires that your operating budget be prominently displayed. Otherwise, I will report the Riverdale City Hall as non-FOIA compliant to the Attorney General.
Are you serious? You're being a real nuisance.
Ma'am. 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 Ma'am, you don't want me to report Riverdale City Hall to the Attorney General. There is no need for you to be so belligerent.
I wouldn't be so belligerent if you weren't being such a nuisance. Now, if you do not stop filming, even for transparency and accountability, I shall have to call security and have you removed from the premises. GoatBoy the Beezo Clown was denied his FOIA request and had to leave the Riverdale City Hall. He marked on his clipboard that Riverdale was not in FOIA compliance, and the essential FOIA information was not prominently displayed to comply with FOIA laws. It is unknown whether he actually reported Riverdale City Hall to the Illinois Attorney General.
The Riverdale City Hall is full of unspecified specifiers, cessors and bootlickers, regardless of form or characteristic. No one cares about transparency or accountability. I'll just mark on my clipboard that no information was prominently displayed and everyone was out of FOIA compliance. Wait until I tell the Illinois Attorney General. It's time for some Little Caesars pizza and a few bottles of Corona.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown. GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
This is your favorite auditor. Audit them. The one who encourages you to audit them. I'm back at the Burnham, Illinois, City Hall. Last time I was here, the Water Atlas, the operating budget, and the functional block diagram were not prominently displayed. They were out of FOIA compliance. Oh, look, they now have it prominently displayed. I guess I have to mark on my clipboard that Burnham, Illinois, is in FOIA compliance. I can tell the Illinois Attorney General not to press charges against Burnham, Illinois, as they have prominently displayed the Water Atlas, the operating budget and functional block diagram. The Burnham, Illinois, City Hall is operating in the public interest after all.
Oh, dear, he's back. The specifying specifier goat person who demanded certified copies of our water atlas, our operating budget, and functional block diagram. He wanted those prominently displayed, and immediate at that. I hope he doesn't come back here. He's a real nuisance.
The Burnham, Illinois, City Hall had workers that were compliant and cordial, and prominently displayed the water atlas, operating budget, and block diagram information. Now they are compliant. It would have been better if City Hall were compliant with the FOIA statutes and ordinances to begin with. Oh well. It's time for some Little Caesars pizza and bottles of Corona.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown. GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.
This is your favorite auditor. Audit them. The one that encourages you to audit them. Today, I'm at the City Hall in Sauk Village, Illinois, checking on their water atlas, and to check that they are in full FOIA compliance. I want to be sure that the staff are cordial and compliant, and not cessing or being belligerent. If they are, I will write in my binder. Do you know about my new binder subscription program, through the Audit Them channel? It's called Frauditor Shield, and protects auditors from accusations of frauding, regardless of form or characteristic. For only $25 per month, you can receive the most up-to-date FOIA statutes and ordinances, so that you can effectively make FOIA requests for the City Hall archives and water atlases. And all information that has to be prominently displayed. And any information that is not prominently displayed, you can write in your binder and have it ready to send to the Attorney General of Illinois. All the information that has to be immediately available should be prominently displayed. So, let's take a look at the FOIA information at Sauk Village.
Good afternoon, how can I help you?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I would like to make a FOIA request of the town budget for Sauk Village, and your water atlas information. What is your name, please?
My name is Lizzie. What is your name?
I'll tell you after I put in my FOIA request. For now, you can call me sir.
Okay, sir. How are you going to make your FOIA request for the town budget?
FOIA statute says I may make it early, unless you can give me a FOIA form.
Sir, I'll be happy to give you a FOIA form. We will have the information to you in a few days when the FOIA officer returns.
The information is supposed to be already available and prominently displayed.
We don't usually have that information as a hard copy, and the budget calculations are quite complicated. We could give you last year's budget. We may have an older copy of that.
Ma'am, I was looking for this year's budget, and this year's budget is supposed to be prominently displayed. I'm going to have to report you to the Attorney General. Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am, why do you have to be so belligerent with me and my FOIA request?
Sir, you're starting to be a real nuisance.
According to the FOIA statutes and ordinances, the current year's budget needs to be prominently displayed.
Sir, just write on your FOIA request form the exact budget information that you need, and I will be sure the FOIA officer receives this and has the information available in a few days' time. Same thing for the water atlas of Sauk Village. You can pick up the information on Thursday or Friday. GoatBoy did not receive the city budget for Sauk Village, Illinois. It was not prominently displayed for GoatBoy to see. He also did not receive information of the Sauk Village water atlas.
The Sauk Village City Hall was belligerent and cessing, not cordial or compliant, with their city budget and their water atlas. I will have to report this in my binder, and send that to the Attorney General. Oh well. It's time for some Little Caesars pizza, and some bottles of Corona.
GoatBoy the Beezo Clown.